Happy Friday. Good morning. I'm Meteorologist Ted Schmidt. Here's your look outside on this Friday morning at our Gwaltney Group camera from Lake City. This is looking toward Lake Pepin right now, the Pearl of the Lake camera. Extra clouds there across the Mississippi Valley, and also extra birds. A lot of seagulls, looks like, out there in the lake. I've noticed a few of those over the last few days. They seem to be enjoying this slightly balmier weather, with the possibility of maybe seeing above freezing temperatures in a few hours' time. Good morning, I'm Meteorologist Ted Schmidt. Happy Friday again. We are enjoying a warmer spell of weather this morning. Temperature is still chilly right now as we approach 9 o'clock this morning, but the prospect of above freezing weather is there as soon as lunchtime today. It looks like we'll be in the upper 30s, and some spots may even reach the low 40s for this afternoon, something we had just days ago had been dreaming of and fantasizing about, and finally that is here. That warmer air. And it looks like not only is it going to be warmer today, eventually a little sunnier, but also there's not much wind, so the day actually feels that much better. We're not dealing with blustery conditions as we oftentimes do. I know even yesterday we had that sunshine. It was better, but not perfect. We had upper 20s, but it was kind of chilly, raw west winds were with us most of the day. Today, a very light wind that's going to turn to the east and eventually southeast, and that's going to usher in some warmer weather today and upper 30s ahead. And again, maybe even a couple of spots will hit 40 over the upcoming weekend as well. But right now, looking at some filtered sunshine. We have a few very thin clouds overhead. Here's our Gwaltney Group camera from Signal Hill at the studio on Bandle Road Northwest. It's 24 degrees right now in Rochester, 25 Mason City, 29 in Plainview, already mid-30s in Red Wing, and Winona has been in the mid-30s as well. There's extra cloud cover across the Mississippi Valley, keeping temperatures from falling. They haven't fallen as much overnight, so they started out a little warmer this morning because of that. A little bit of a milder southwest breeze here at the studio. 24, but it feels like 18. Winds only 5 miles per hour. So wind chills mostly in the 20s right now. Preston 30 with winds very light at this point. Temperature already climbing nicely. 28 in Austin. Rochester officially 18. Day planner, plenty of sun, especially for the afternoon. Look for high temperature around 38 and just a hint of a breeze that turns more to the southeast this afternoon. There are some of those clouds. Those are associated with a front that has kind of edged its way in from the northeast. A backdoor cold front, if you will. It's coming in from the northeast instead of more typical west or northwest in this situation, bringing us just a few clouds. Not a lot of really cold air behind this front. Most of that well to the north and northeast of us. We're going to get a glancing blow of those clouds for a time, then fairly mild afternoon with some sunshine. And the temperatures will make their way into the upper 30s, a handful of degrees shy of the seasonal average. So we're getting there anyway, but definitely warmer than we will have been in about a week. We haven't been upper 30s since last Saturday. But a breezy Saturday for tomorrow, looking at temperatures again in the upper 30s. And then Sunday, kind of a brisk day with clouds, a little bit of snow early. Maybe a little bit of a slippery mixture of some sleet and maybe even a spot or two of freezing drizzle. That's something I'm going to keep watching very closely over the next couple of days for the first few hours of Sunday morning. Temperatures right now, most of the region looking seasonably chilly, but definitely more in that seasonable category. In other words, 20s and 30s in the morning hours. That's more normal than the single digits and teens we've had for much of this week. So everybody in the country is starting to get a little bit better. 16 even in International Falls. For their standards, that's not half bad. Here's Futurecast, watching that front draped across the area, kind of hanging around. Keep an eye on the storm system that's coming from the northwest. That's going to pull in some warmer air ahead of it. That front actually kind of fizzles out. Watch that tonight into tomorrow. Tomorrow, breezy day ahead of that approaching storm system. Gusty southeast winds 15 to 25 miles per hour. And there will be a little bit of light rain, perhaps late in the evening. Futurecast first thing Sunday morning. There's a little bit of snow and icy mixture potentially around, and here's what we're expecting for snowfall. Some of the models here differing in what we might expect. At this point, I'm thinking half inch or less of accumulation, maybe a little bit of that sleet mixing in, but the NAM, the North American model, the lower left-hand part of the screen, trying to be a little heavier on the snow potential. I do think that may be north and east of us, a couple of inches possible in central and northern Wisconsin. For us, I'm thinking less than an inch at this point. That'll be first thing Sunday morning, winding down around 10 or 11 in the morning. In the afternoon, looks a little drier on Sunday. 38 today in Rochester, Austin 41, Winona 41. 40 in Charles City, partly sunny skies, a pleasant day. Winds staying light, turning to the east around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, seasonably chilly, but not much wind, partly cloudy and 27, and not much sun tomorrow. I think we'll see maybe just a little sun, but mainly gray skies, kind of a blustery day with those gusty southeast winds. 39. The expected high temperature, though, that's definitely looking a little better than a lot of the weather we've had recently, and that's typical of what we will see in the coming days. Late tomorrow night, it's after midnight, we start seeing that snow potential. First few hours of Sunday morning, maybe a little slick, so keep that in mind for maybe the drive to church Sunday morning. Otherwise, the afternoon looks a little better. Monday afternoon and evening, perhaps a little bit of rain. Changing to some very light snow. And again on Thursday, a system grazes us. It looks like that's several days away, but a rain-snow mixture again above freezing temperatures, though, for the highs. Another breezy day. And it looks like if you're looking ahead beyond that, even in the next weekend or even in the days approaching Thanksgiving, there are signs now that we are going to be looking at more of this type of weather in the coming days. Upper 30s, very common on the map, and for mid and even the latter part of November, that's pretty typical. So we can expect that normally, and it looks like this weather trend is carrying us toward more of that normal range of temperatures for November standards. Not a lot of sun. I can't always promise that. We'll be happy when we get it. Or days when there's not much wind. I always say it's a blessing in November because it's known to be a month with this gray, blustery weather. Unsettled weather, cold November rain, just think Guns N' Roses. We'll have a little bit of that, but not overall very much in the next week. The temperatures do look much more favorable. So if you've been slow to get those Christmas decorations out, you have some time. We have some decent days ahead. In the meantime, have a great Friday. Enjoy this great weather, TGIF, and I know I'm going to have a great birthday weekend. If nothing else, I know Sunday is the actual day, but both next couple of days look fantastic as far as temperatures go. Have a great weekend, everybody. I'll see you Monday.